What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. It is the 8th day of December, and with that, I'd like to say shout out to the Dragon Riders and the House of the Dragon. Here we are at about $594 with roughly 10 hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into it. Okay, I want to try to stay on track with this thought that I left maybe the last few videos with. Maybe, I don't know if I left the videos off on this note, but we definitely mentioned it. This thought that we are already in the process of this next move, right? Like if this was a bull flag here, it might not seem like what we're doing right now is anything exciting. Oh, we're just below $600. We've been there before, right? We're not doing anything groundbreaking. But really we are. I think these last 3 weeks, we've already broken out of this bull flag. If this is a bull flag, the measure move should take us up above $1,000, probably around $1,200, something like that, $1,200, $1,300. And the thing is, we've already made that breakout. This next move that will take us to new highs that we haven't seen this cycle, that we haven't seen in several years. We're already in the process of that move now, and I think people are asleep at the wheel. That won't really hit the crypto markets. Reality's not going to hit you in the face until you're at new relative highs altogether, right? That's whenever people will probably start to FOMO. We're FOMOing in now, right? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I think that even here, this is a perfect area to buy. My most recent Bitcoin Cash purchase was not too far away from this area, actually, right? We did buy at the lows here. We bought below 520, 590 now. It's really not that far away, especially in the grand scheme of things going higher from here. But this move already started. We broke out of this phase here, which means we're going to be breaking out of this phase here. We technically haven't broken out of this phase yet, but soon enough. Or maybe we're in the process of it right now, which leads to the breakout of this overall phase here. We're about to break out of this massive downward sloping trend line. I mean, we've already broken out of it technically. We just haven't seen the breakout move. We've like inched our way through this zone, but we just haven't seen the move yet. I think we're in the process of the move now. And when I say the move, I don't just mean the bull flag target that'll take us up to $1,100 to $1,200, $1,300. I mean the move that takes us up to our all-time high area, if not even new all-time highs. We're in the process of that move right now. It doesn't feel like it because this price of $594, it's so familiar. It's so familiar. We've been here a plentiful amount of times. And even back here for a taste, we've been here before. It doesn't seem like it's that groundbreaking, right? A lot of people, I think, are going to be hit with this move breaking out when it's already halfway done. Or I shouldn't say halfway. The overall move to 4K, maybe not when that's halfway done, but this bull flag move up to about $1,200, right? That move, by the time people are on board with the fact that Bitcoin Cash is pumping, it's going to be halfway done already. And this process, all the way up to 4K, or at least, I think the minimum target we have is 2,700. The maximum target we have is above 6K. It's a big range. It's a very big range. This is the end goal. We're not going to make it in one fell swoop. There will be stops along the way. There will be volatility, okay? So just be prepared for that. We might see some volatility at 1,200, and perhaps we pull back to these areas. If you think Bitcoin Cash from here is just going to rip all the way up to 4K without any volatility, I hope so. That'd be great. That's more fun that way, but most likely we're going to find resistance. We could go to $1,200 and pull back to $700 and still continue up to 4K. Bitcoin Cash is a volatile thing. It likes to be very volatile, so I wouldn't be surprised if at all we saw some volatility along the way. With that being said, there's an immense amount of pressure that's been built up here. We haven't let loose the pressure yet, man. We've seen it happen a couple times this cycle where that pressure gets let loose and we do move straight up for like a week or like 2 or a few days here and there. And it is crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if when we break out of this, there is some pressure that's released and we do get a crazy move. But the road from here to wherever our end goal is, which would be somewhere probably in this area, if I had to guess, if not a little bit higher, something in this like general area here. The road from here to there, it's not just going to be a straight line like this. Maybe on a monthly basis, it'll seem like that, but there will be volatility along the way. Okay, so don't get discouraged if that happens. And you don't necessarily need to FOMO every high, right? Maybe wait for some volatility. Bitcoin Cash is volatile. But with that being said, not to make it confusing or contradicting, we probably don't have a whole lot of time left for Bitcoin Cash being not just below $600, but being below $1,000. Like we really don't have that much time left. So if you're trying to buy Bitcoin Cash below $1,000, I can confidently say here, while we're below $600, the window of opportunity is closing there. It's closing. I don't imagine once we get above $1,000 that we go below $1,000 again for too much longer. I do assume we get above 1,000, we'll probably come back below 1,000, but that last chance below 1,000, it's not going to be a long-lived opportunity. It's not long-lived now even. Looking at the short-term stuff, looking at the indicators, doing less talking, looking at the 1 hour time frame. I am expecting big things this week, right? We can actually get into the 1 hour time frame in a second. I want to do a little bit more talking. Because again, over the past 3 weeks, it's become abundantly clear that we are breaking out of this zone. So by the end of this week, we've got 6 days and 10 hours left in this week. By the end of this week, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we were above these highs or even above these highs, right? That the expectation at this point is to close this week somewhere around, if not above, $700. We're at 600 now. And that's not groundbreaking, that's not crazy, but at that point, it's not just me or you watching this video who's aware of the breakout. It's the whole damn crypto space that's aware of the breakout, right? Everybody's going to be talking about it. I don't care if you... No, the thing is, and what's so perfect about what's coming next, is that the whole market is boring. You look at Bitcoin Cash last week, it moved up almost 11%. The average crypto last week moved down about 4%. The average crypto looks like this right now since October 10th, right? Here's the week of October 10th, that close right there. They look like this right now. Where Bitcoin Cash, since that same week, looks like this. It's up, right? It's actually up. About to contest its September highs, where the average altcoin topped off was in September. You're about to contest that. People are bored. People are here right now. They're not here. We're up here right now. Bitcoin Cash people, Dragon Riders, we're up here right now. The average crypto participant is down here. When they see your coin, our coin, going up, when they see the people's coin, Bitcoin Cash, going up without them, they're going to want to buy into that. They're going to FOMO. And again, they're not going to FOMO. They're not FOMOing here. It's still a lower high, right? It's still a lower high. Nobody's FOMOing in here. But once this thing's breaking out, and then everybody's talking about it, all the things that people are going to be saying about it, right? The narrative for Bitcoin Cash is so much stronger than it ever could be for Zcash. And look at what Zcash did. It stole everybody's attention in a huge way. The market is boring right now. It's not just dropping, it's boring. This is going to shine like the brightest star in the darkest night, man. It's going to shine bright. It's going to be a beacon of hope and opportunity, and most importantly, FOMO, which is why I really do believe that we're going to move the pace is going to be insane. So the opportunity, the window of opportunity below $600 really is closing. Below $1,000 is even closing. And that's not for dramatic effect. That's just a matter of fact is what that is. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and then we'll zoom out from there. And again, it'll just seem so obvious, man. I can only imagine all of you out there who are watching this, even if Bitcoin Cash is your biggest bag like it is mine, you still won't feel like you had enough. You'll be like, why? I knew it. Why didn't I put more money into it? Why didn't I go into debt? just a joke. Maybe don't do that. Maybe do that. I don't know. It's the difference between a smart decision and a bad decision is the results, right? Take that for what you will, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, don't put yourself in risky positions. Don't put yourself in a situation where you have to take losses or anything like that. Just make sure that you're investing wisely. And I think the best thing to do with Bitcoin Cash is just buy and hold, genuinely. And that's the easiest strategy. It's the strategy that will probably work the best for anybody investing right now. But 1 hour time frame here, $594 right now. Looking at this, the RSI is weird. It's very weird, but it's more bullish than it is bearish. Higher lows, getting overbought, not getting oversold. Stochastics are reset. MACD is weird as well, but it's more bullish than it is bearish, so that's good as well. Yeah, we're just finding support here at prior resistance. We're moving down without volume. We're moving up with volume, right? You move down here, not a lot of volume. You move up, though, there's a lot of volume. You move up here, there's a lot of volume. Right? We had a lot of volume at the lows, but that's not the same as volume picking up on the way down. In fact, volume really didn't pick up on the way down. A little bit, I guess, here and there, but Mainly, it seems to be coming in when we're moving up higher. And right now, we're finding support at prior resistance. I don't know who wants to sell here, but they got a death wish if they do. Everything looks good to me. 4-hour time frame here. I mean, look at that 4-hour candle. Nice little dragonfly doji candle there. And I mean, it doesn't have to be a doji. If we move up higher, it could just be a hammer or a solid body. I mean, we got an hour and 45 minutes left. Who's to say that this 4-hour candle can't close above $601? It looks good here. 4-hour RSI, very bullish, very bullish. Again, it's very bullish because we are getting overbought consistently. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Consistently getting overbought, not once getting oversold. Not a single time. We got oversold back here. Yeah. But that was the dark days. That was in the dark days. That was the low times, right? Right. Now that we're moving up, now that we have higher lows and higher highs, it's good times. Stochastics are looking good. And I say dark days. We're on the 4-hour time frame. This was like 2 weeks ago. It's not like some crazy dark time, right? Stochastics are bullish. The MACD is bullish. All of it's bullish, man. We've got, I mean, it's clear as day what's going on here, right? We've got ascending lows and we've got a flat top. Historically speaking, that bodes very well. But here's the deal, guys. Okay, here we are at $594. If this doesn't hold up, if we do come down, we're still okay. Imagine you're watching this video and you're just hearing this guy on YouTube talking about how it's going to break. We're on the precipice of breaking any moment, and then you're looking at the price. Next thing you know, we're all the way back down at 545, or worse, we're down below 520. This is a good thing. It's a really good opportunity for anybody and everybody to load up. I highly doubt we're going to get this opportunity, but my goodness, oh my goodness, I might do the right thing or the wrong thing and just full send into Bitcoin Cash if we were to come back down here, you guys, because I'm so convinced that we're going to see a spectacular series of events unfold here that I would honestly welcome a break of this trend to the downside before moving up, but I just don't think it's going to happen. So be aware. All I'm trying to say here is if this breaks, if I'm not right, if we don't break out from here to the upside, we're okay. That's okay. It's nothing to get freaked out about, okay? My most recent buying price was like right down here. I hope that it goes below there. I hope that we get a better chance to buy. I don't think we will. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but if it does, it's not a bad thing. Okay, I promise you it's not a bad thing. Anyways, just be, and again, the reason why I'm talking about that is not because I think secretly that we're going to go down. No, it's because if it happens, if I'm wrong, and I'm here filling your head and my own head with this story of glory and riches as it continues to grow, if that story doesn't happen exactly as it's foretold, it's still okay. All right, that's the main point. That's all I'm trying to say. It's not time to panic sell should we break out of this to the downside. It's time to panic buy. Most people do it backwards. They'll panic buy here. You should have panic bought here. If we break down, you should panic buy there. I doubt we do break down, though. I can't be more clear than that. The MACD is kind of weird on the 4-hour, but it is bullish. Stochastics are bullish. The RSI is bullish, so anticipating the upside is probably the best thing to do. Finding support here at prior resistance, finding support here at prior resistance, finding support here at prior resistance. You're going to break out, man. It's just a matter of time. Look at all this volume that's come in consistently. Like we look at this on a daily time frame, this little pocket of volume right here on this breakout, we're not even above this high yet. I mean, oh man, I just can't wait to see what happens next. I'm done. I think I've said everything that I need to say. I could sit here and talk about Bitcoin Cash all day. I mean, the weekly RSI is reset. We're at the same levels that typically throughout the cycle we have found support, and we go to the overbought zone every single time consistently. Stochastics reset. We look like we want to go to the overbought zone. The MACD has pulled back a little bit. It's reset as well. We're actually in a more bullish posturing here. With the MACD, the thing is with the stochastics and the RSI, to reset, you need to go below the 50 with the RSI. To reset, and maybe not even completely reset, but at least to the 50, if not, like that's a good enough reset, but this is a reset in itself. With the stochastics, getting oversold is a reset. With the MACD, you don't have to go below the 0 to reset. You just need to cool off, right? You need time. You need time in the bearish kind of momentum building phase. We've had that. The fact that we're here above the 0 is actually a more bullish posturing than it would be if we were below the 0. Does that make sense? Whereas, with the stochastics, I think it's a more bullish posturing to be down here because you have all this room to run versus being up at the 50. We're here, we're quote unquote up at the 50. We're not at the 50, but we're not oversold. We're not below the zero. I think it's a more bullish posturing. It just means that we have there's more strength than there is weakness at the moment. I think this next move up is just going to be absolutely glorious. That's all. That's all, man. I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. BCH, BTC. I do want to run an idea real quick, or I do want to just run with a thought, because it's been a second since we've done this. Not too long, but it's been a second. Let's just see. BCH, BTC, this chart's existence is the longest on Binance. You got the most historical data on Binance. BCH USD, the most historical data is on Coinbase. High to low, your all-time high to your all-time low, a very significant fib range. Should we break above the 236, and I do think this next move will break above the 236, which is also our highs, we should then be moving up directly to our 382. And typically with the 382, you either find direct resistance at it, or more commonly, you actually wick just above it, and then you close below it. So something above 2% of a Bitcoin, right? And maybe I'm not bullish enough. Maybe we push higher, but something above 2% of a Bitcoin is what's next. And I don't think, I mean, maybe this is one fell swoop of a move. We consolidate and then we push higher. I don't know how it's going to work out, but this is our next target. 2% of a Bitcoin at the current price basically puts us right below $2,000. And we're probably going to be just over 2% of a Bitcoin. So I would think the next target for Bitcoin Cash is something around $2,000. Bitcoin likely moves up in that time as well. We'll see. And then if this BCH BTC chart, if we continue to progress higher than that, then we're going to see higher targets as well. And we'll monitor this as we're monitoring the US dollar price. I don't think this means that we stop at 2K. That's not what I'm saying. I just think that there's going to be some, from what we're looking at here, there's going to be some sizable resistance around this 2% level of Bitcoin. Okay. That doesn't mean that we can't push higher, and I think we will in time. Just something to consider there. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.